YouTube, what's going on? Kevin the Tech Ninja here, and today we're taking a look at the Pixel 7 Pro. Now, this video is essentially a real-world review, so I'm not going to talk about specs too much. I'm just going to talk to you about how I use the phone on an everyday basis. We're down here in Detroit. It is a beautiful fall day, and this camera I think is the best portrait camera around. So we're going to walk around, take some portraits, take some photos, and I'm going to talk you through the phone a little bit and kind of what I experience on an everyday basis. Let's do it. The Pixel 7 Pro feels like a pro phone. It's nearly bezel-less in the front, and it comes in some pretty fun colors. The back of the phone is made from glass, and it can get a bit slick at times. The back camera housing I find is absolutely beautiful. It has a stainless steel cover, and for me, I just dig the way it looks a lot. I also love how low the volume rocker is. To me, I feel like it lets you use the volume button as a shutter that much easier when taking photos. For my environmental people, it's made from recycled materials. I don't know how much of it is made from that, but that's what they're saying, so yeah. The metal accent is a really nice touch, however it can scratch. Mine is still clear of scratches, but I've seen posts online where people have had some scratches all over it, so that's something you should be aware of. Now, if you do want different colors or styles, my sponsor Dbrand can hook it up. The new digital camo is my new favorite Dbrand skin. I think it looks great, and it also prevents your phone from being so slippery and also scratches on the metal. Hit the links down below to check out Dbrand. So one of the problems with the 6 Pro is that it had a modem that just didn't work great. There was a lot of problems. This phone has a whole new modem. It's actually a lot better. You have better reception with this phone compared to last phone. Last year's phone, I had a Verizon SIM card in there, and I compared it to other phones, and it always had less signal. Well, this year I can happily report that I have the same signal bars on this phone as I do on other phones too. So let's talk about the display. I would say I can put it up there with any other display. It has a high refresh screen, so all the animations are smooth outside of scrolling on Twitter, and it's OLED. So the colors are great and the blacks are actually black. I find for images at times it can kind of push to the cooler side when I compare it to other phones, but that's nothing that causes any concerns, as that is just a decision that Google made when calibrating the screen. There is also a fingerprint scanner built into the screen, which I have no problems with at all. It works fast enough for me and there's no complaints. There is an option to use your face to unlock. However, after using Face ID for so many years, the Pixels needs some work. It struggles in lower light situations and even direct sunlight at times. So it's something for me that if it works, cool. If not, I can still use my fingerprint and I'm happy to get into the phone that way. The Pixel is a very software heavy phone relying on Google Assistant for a lot of its key features. The Pixel software is unlike any other phone outside of a Pixel. It can do things like screen your phone calls, which is a feature I dearly miss when I'm not using a Pixel. It can also wait on hold for you, another great feature, and it can do so much more. Now, one thing that I do that a lot of people don't do often, and that is going to be the voice to text. A Pixel's voice to text is better than anything else I have ever used. I use it to write scripts, text messages, and also emails. Now, day-to-day using the phone, it's such a great experience. And so the way I use a phone, it's a lot of text messages, WhatsApp, Telegram, social media, podcasts, watching some YouTube. I may dabble here and there with some games, but I think I'm a typical user from the standpoint that there isn't a ton that I do on my Pixel that is out of the ordinary. Google is using their own chip to power the phone, but if you didn't tell me that, I wouldn't notice anything out of the ordinary compared to another phone. Performance is super snappy. Even the games, it runs great. I mean, in 2022, it's really hard to find a phone that doesn't perform well, so there's not a shock there. Now, the main feature of a Pixel to me is the camera. I still think the Pixel is the king of imagery. The iPhone has seen a huge upgrade, and this might be the year where there isn't that big of a gap, especially with the new 48 megapixel RAW sensor. But for me, if I need a great looking shot right out of the camera, the Pixel is where it's at. Pixel added some nice features and updated some of the older ones, like macro and super res zoom. Also, real tone makes skin tones look true to life, which is much needed on cell phones. Compare this selfie to a selfie on a Samsung phone. Now, my family has a variety of skin tones, and taking a photo and seeing everyone the way that they are is extremely nice to see. Google has been very intentional about it, and others are trying to play catch up with this as other manufacturers do things like lighten your skin under beauty mode and all these like really weird things that, it's not really good. You see that the Pixel has some creative freedom in punching up the images a bit, making it contrasty and sharp. It does come out great, but at the same time, it can be a bit too sharp, and sometimes it will enhance lines that you may not be trying to enhance. Luckily, there are different modes, edits, and filters that can adjust those things. The 5x telephoto works great in a well-lit spot, but it does fall apart quickly. The super res zoom is a great feature, giving you a 30x zoom, and this one is kind of digital, but I'm happy to see it on the Pixel. And if you're taking a picture of a building, it is passable, but if you're taking a picture of anything else, it just kind of falls apart. Now, speaking of edits, the Magic Eraser is back, allowing you to remove background elements from a photo, which works absolutely great. Just tap on what you want to remove, or the phone can suggest things to remove, and in one tap, it's all gone. Honestly, the Pixel isn't the only brand doing this anymore, but I think the Pixel still does it best. The macro mode is very solid. It's fun to flip to macro to take some interesting photos of flowers and other small detail images. For video, this is Pixel's best year, but that's not saying much. I gotta be honest, as much as I want the Pixel to be the ultimate camera, the Pixel still struggles with video. Also, the front-facing camera at times can look soft due to the lack of autofocus for video. Hopefully that can be fixed in software. There's also a new cinematic mode, which is a fixed focal length and locked FPS. It's very limited to what other phones can do, but using the correct situation, it can make things look really nice. Check out this clip from my buddy, Hey Markel. This was absolutely stunning. Link to his channel down below. He's a great content creator, and he did this with cinematic mode. Although that looked great, at times it can look very computer generated, and it ruins the effect for me. I don't think I'll be using it much after this review, unless it gets a lot better, because it can go from looking good to looking bad within just a few frames. Overall, the Pixel camera system is a Pixel camera system. The best with still shots, but when it comes to motion, it can be a bit late to capture moments with the slower shutter. When it comes to shooting modes, they've added more, but at the end of the day, it's not enough to compete with everyone else. It has subpar video with great pictures, but a lot of companies do both great now. All right, let's wrap things up a little bit. Someone told me my videos are too long. So the speakers are okay. It's not unique. It's just, okay. 5,000 milliamp battery with fast charging. And I do find that battery life, to me, especially with the better signal, it holds up well. It's not a battery champ. You get around 6 hours of screen on time, which should cover you for a full day, or you can just bump charge it at night to get the rest of the night. Not a problem here at all with battery. The phone does have enhanced hardware security, so you can do things like turn off the mic or turn off the camera in certain apps if you think they're spying on you. Not a unique feature once again, but still a must-have feature for me. So it's kind of like ticking another box of what this phone has. Overall, this Pixel phone is a Pixel phone. It's what the Pixel 6 Pro would have been if there wasn't so many bugs with the phone. The Pixel 7 Pro is an absolutely solid phone powered by Google Assistant with an amazing camera. If the phone can stay up to date and stay away from bugs, this will go down as the best Pixel phone ever, as it should. It's the newest one. If you want to save a little bit of money and maybe a zoom lens isn't something you think you need, then the Pixel 7 non-Pro is a phone you should take a look at. I haven't had a chance to check that phone out all the way just yet. I actually just got it in the mail, but I will be using that phone after this video and let you guys know what I think. So make sure you're looking out for that. Anyways, guys, it's your boy, Kevin the Tech Ninja. I'll let you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.